So I've been waiting 7 months for this update. 7 months for an update for a device that the company publicly announced that they would do. Well, it's 2025 and 7 months later, it's not here. So welcome to another episode of Hold 'em Accountable. So in January of 2025, I started a new series called Hold Companies Accountable for the actions that they take and some non-actions. So let's talk about it. Back in July of 2024, I made a video about the Unihertz Tank 3. And in that video, people was upset because a nearly $900 phone was released with Android 13 with outdated security patches. And I say this in all my Unihertz videos, that they are one and done devices when it comes down to OS and security patches. But here's the strange thing about that video. Unihertz official page responded to that video. Check this out. In one of my recent videos, my Tank 3S video, I was doing some comparisons between the Tank 3S and the Tank 3 Pro. And in that video, I misspoke. I said that the Tank 3 Pro has Android 14, which it does not have Android 14. So what I did was I left a pinned comment, and some of the concerned Unihertz users was upset, right? Because they believe that how could you release a device in 2024 with Android 13 when Android 14 is the current OS, right? And Android 15 will be out in a few months. Well, Unihertz responded in that video. They responded by saying that Android 14 is coming out for the Tank 3 Pro. Well, I said this, anytime we get any kind of software updates, I will make a video about it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So that was 9 months ago. Let's talk about it and hold them accountable. Sit back, relax, and get your popcorn ready and follow me on this journey. Let's go. What's up, guys? This is Eric back with another video. So I have almost all of Unihertz phones, from the Tank series all the way down to the Jelly series. And out of all of them smartphones, I received a total of 2 updates, right? One was the Jelly Star, which was about 60 megs. The other one was the Tank 3, not the Tank 3 Pro, which was about 30 megs. And none of them included security patches and OS updates. None of them. So after Unihertz stated about 7 months ago in that video that the Tank 3 Pro will receive Android 14, here is the results. None, nada, nothing. Still stuck on Android 13 with October 2023 security patch. Now this is a 2024 smartphone. So did Unihertz lie? Did they officially lie? I don't know. You be the judge for yourself. Okay, so what's the big deal? And why does it even matter? These are budget smartphones, right? No one should expect any software updates, any kind of enhancements and stuff with these smartphones, right? They're budget phones. Well, this is where you're wrong. And I'm going to tell you why. First, if these devices was $100, mid $100, we wouldn't even have this conversation. I could give it a pass. But these smartphones cost flagship prices. That's what I'm talking about, flagship prices. The Unihertz Tank 3 Pro costs over $700 almost a year later after it launched. Nah, that's not cheap. That's not cheap at all. The Tank 3S costs over $500 at almost a year later. So yeah, these devices are very expensive. And Unihertz themselves came out publicly and post that they will support their devices. Well, we got to hold them accountable because right now it's no updates, no bug fixes. So yes, and I'm going to hold them accountable. No fluff, no passes. Plus, when you release a device at almost $900 in 2024 with Android 13, and which Android 14 was the current OS, we at Android 15 right now, with outdated security patches, and you promise publicly that you will update these devices, that's a big deal because promises made, promises not kept. Look, there's no way you would sell a device, you should sell a device with flagship prices and give us budget support. It's not happening, not on my watch. And another thing, why would you release a device with no updates? I mean, like it has the perfect software. I mean, these devices don't need any bug fixes, no software enhancements. How could that be? I mean, think about it. Samsung, Apple, Google, OnePlus, and more, they release devices and they drop several updates for bug fixes and enhancements. So you telling me that all these phones you drop, they are perfect? They don't require no updates, no enhancements, no bug fixes? Everything is perfect? Nah, I'm sorry. That's not the case. I'm not buying that. And lastly, I believe follow-up videos are very important. Look, I get it, right? Tech reviewers, they get caught up in the hype with the new latest and greatest, right? It brings in the views. It brings in the views. Nobody not gonna touch none of these devices after a year. I get it. They don't want to bother with doing long-term reviews. I understand. Look, not everybody wants Samsung and Apple and pay all these high prices. Well, these phones are high too. And I understand that, tech reviews is all about the latest and greatest, all the hypeness, because it brings in the views. Well, you know what? Welcome to my YouTube channel, right? No fluff, no passes here. We gonna hold them accountable here on this YouTube channel, and I'm gonna keep it real no matter what. You know why? It's because my loyalty is to my community, not to any company. I will continue to hold these companies accountable by giving out the information to my community so y'all guys can make a decision on buying it or passing on it, right? Because truth be told, I'm gonna keep it real here. For all the companies out there, if you want us to buy your product, then you have to support your product. I will continue to hold these companies accountable with this series of videos. I said it back in January of 2025 that I was gonna make videos holding companies accountable, right? And I made a video about New Mobile. Shout out to them. They came out publicly saying that they support their devices. And when I did my research and I pulled out their devices, I was getting updates for my New Mobile devices. And we talking about devices that cost $100, $98, $150, and they was getting software updates and enhancements and bug fixes. So for a $1,000 phone or nearly $900 phone, and a year later it's still selling for over $700 and it's still stuck on Android 13, we have to talk about it. We have to hold them accountable so at least you could get the information. Listen, Unihertz publicly came out and said that this device was going to get Android 14. That was 7 months ago. And today, this device still doesn't have Android 14. Not only that it doesn't have Android 14, but it's still stuck on 2023 security patches, and that is unacceptable. Listen, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think about this series of me holding these companies accountable in all its glory. See you guys on the next video. Peace.